Okay, so maybe I didn't say this before. 1.7, this is the intro to our 1.7 in our book. So we're going to review the Algebra 1 concepts. We are going to start with elimination. I guess they don't have the worksheet in front of them, right? Okay, we're going to start with elimination. Again, elimination means getting rid of. You guys chose to get rid of the y's. One has to be positive, one has to be negative. Is that taken care of for us?
Yeah.
For us? Okay. I need to get my gum out of my mouth. I'm sounding weird. So, but they also have to both be the same number, correct? One of them is 1 and one of them is 2. Would it be easier to get 2 to be 1 or 1 to be 2? 1 to be 2. So what do I need to multiply 1 by to get it to be 2? 2. So I multiply the whole equation by 2. So I then have x minus 2y equals 10. And when I multiply the whole equation by 2, I get what?
6x plus 2y equals negative 24.
Okay, so now I just combine the two equations. So x and 6x is 7x. And negative 2y and positive 2y is 0. So I don't even have to put it. And 10 minus 24 is? Negative 14. So then how do I solve that? Divide by 7. So x is? Negative 2. So we have the x. Now, where the solution is where they intersect, yes? And I made you write that as a point. Well, I have the x. I need to find the what?
Y.
How do you think I find the y if I have an x?
Eliminate the y's.
Well, you could, but you'd be going in circles.
Eliminate the x.
What, Cadence? Plug the x in. I just take this x and I plug it back into one of the two first equations.
First one.
The first one? Everyone good with that?
Yeah.
Does it really matter?
No.
Nope. So I have x, but x is what?
Negative 2.
So I have negative 2 minus 2y equals 10.
What is the negative 4?
So how do I solve this algebra equation?
You add 2 to
Add 2 to both sides. Guys, you have been doing this since 7th grade. Okay, and then
12.
And then
Negative 2.
divide by negative 2, so y is
Negative 6.
negative 6. So how do I write my solution?
Negative 2 parentheses.
So this is elimination because we did what at the very first step?
Eliminated one of them.
Eliminated one of them.
Is it always by 2?
No, it's just whatever works to eliminate one. Okay, 5x plus 3y equals 13.
I thought we evens.
She's doing number 6.
7x plus 8y equals negative 16. And that is a horrible bracket.
Is this number 6?
Yep. I didn't label them because anybody watching the video isn't going to. Okay, so I need to eliminate. X or Y?
X.
X. On here, is there a nice one to eliminate? Not really, right? So if we choose the X, we've got to get 1 to be negative, 1 to be positive. And that isn't happening yet, right? So when we multiply, 1 has to be a negative, right? We have to throw that in there. So what is the smallest number? And it doesn't have to be the smallest, but why would you go for a big one, right?
Yeah.
What is the smallest number that I could multiply 5 and 7 to get to? 35. So that means I have to multiply 5 by 7 and 7 by 5. Which one do you want to be the negative? The 5 or the 7?
The 5.
The 5? Again, does it matter?
No.
Nope. Just has to be on one of them. So negative 5 down here and 7 up here. So multiply the whole equation. So I'm going to give you a second to do that on your own. Because what we're doing is called finding an equivalent expression. When you multiply everything in an equation by the same number, you're not changing the equation, you're just making the numbers different.
How is 35 on the top? No, never mind.
Do you guys agree with me? Did I do it right? Did you do it right?
I accidentally put negative 7.
Nope.
Just do negative.
Negative 5
Oh,
times
yeah.
negative 16. Okay, so if I mess up on my negatives and positives, is it going to make a difference?
Yeah.
Yes. When you do this right away, if the ones don't eliminate that you wanted to eliminate, did you do something wrong?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so the x is eliminated. So I just combine them. 21 and negative 40 is
Negative 19.
negative 19.
Wait,
Negative.
no, that's, I did minus. 171.
171. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have to divide by negative 19. And I honestly don't remember whether these are whole numbers or not. Is there anything to say that I can't get a whole number?
Huh?
Is there anything that says I can't get a fraction?
No.
No. So if I get a fraction, I have to deal with it, right?
Yeah. Oh, man. Sadly.
But I don't get a fraction.
Yay.
Oh, it'd help if I was taking a picture of the right equation.
Hey, get off photo now.
Is it okay to use PhotoMath to check my work?
No.
It's not?
No.
You asked the teacher.
Okay. Okay, so what do you want to try to see how many times 19 goes into 171?
5.
5?
3.
Okay, guys, we got to get 1.
7.
What times 9 gives you a 1 in the ones place?
2.
9.
9.
9 times 9 gives you 81, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we try?
10. Oh, 9. Shut up. Oh, shut up, man.
Okay, so 9 times 9,
81.
so a 1, carry an 8, 9 plus 8 is
17.
17. So y equals what?
Negative 9.
Negative 9. So y equals negative 9, now what do I do?
Put it in one of the equations.
I'm going with the top one.
Me too. Wait, do I
I'm
put
going
it
bottom
into...
Put it in the original.
Numbers.
Shut up.
Because if you don't put them in the original, you got bigger numbers. I'm picking the first one because it's a smaller number. Does it matter? No, it absolutely doesn't matter. So I have 5x plus 3 times what? Negative 9 equals 13.
Yeah.
So 5x minus 27
Yeah.
equals 13.
Huh?
Can you add the 27 to the 13?
Oh,
You better. To the 13? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yes. So x equals what?
9.
How about 8?
Oh, yeah.
9, 6.
I got 6.
How? 13 plus 27 is 40, isn't it?
Oh, I got 30.
How'd you get 30? You forget to carry one?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so what's my answer?
8.
8.
Negative 9.
8 comma negative 9. How can I check if I'm right?
Photo math.
Photo math, yes. But I can plug them back into both, yes?
Yeah.
And if you're checking it, you have to plug it back into both because it has to make both correct. Yes, could you download PhotoMath and take a picture of it real quick?
Yes.
Yes. Could I put them in my calculator and see where they cross? Yes, but I can't put them in my calculator like this. I'd have to solve for y, wouldn't I?
Yes.
So there are ways to check.
This is the kind of math I like.
Okay, do we need to do one more elimination or do we think we got it?
Now let's do substitution.
Okay, so substitution.
Yes.
Well, I'm not gonna forget everything that we did.
You got the video?
Why you have
Yeah.
notes?
We have notes in the video.
The video does not.
No, we don't.
It's very loud.
Okay, you know what? The video is very distracting when people are saying unhelpful comments. So when you don't understand when you're on your own, you have your notes and you can replay the video. And sometimes when you replay the video and just watch it, it helps rather than trying to write. And also, if we could get through notes, having work time in class would be beneficial as well. Correct? Okay. Y equals 2x minus 10 and 2y equals x minus 8. So substitution, what substitution does is you solve for one variable
Should I get a new page for this?
and plug in, if you got room, I wouldn't. You've got a whole bottom. Plug it into the other equation, right? Now, we did substitution as the second part of elimination. Didn't we solve for y and substitute it back in to solve for x? Yes, we're just going to start that way. So technically, it doesn't matter which equation, which variable, but sometimes it's all right there slapping you in the face. What's the first equation?
Y equals 2x minus 10.
So is it already solved for a variable?
Yes.
Yes. So y equals 2x minus 10. I could plug 2x minus 10 in for that y. Because it already says y equals, doesn't it? So it's going to be 2y, but what's y?
2x minus 10.
So 2x minus 10 then equals x minus 8. And now I'm done with the substitution part. I just need to do some correct algebra. What do I do now?
Distribute.
Distribute.
4x minus 20.
So I get 4x minus 20 equals x minus 8. I hope you would subtract an x and add a 20.
Oh yeah, x equals 5 equals x minus 8. Oh.
So x equals
4.
4. Oops, sorry, I was off the screen. So x equals 4, yes? Kyson, are you writing notes?
Yes, Miss Vic.
Okay. So Kyson, what do you think I do with this now? I got x.
Plug it back in.
Plug it back in. Which equation would you like to plug it back in? Thank you. Okay. The reason why I said please say the first over and over and over, because is it already solved for y?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to plug that x. So y equals 2 times 4 minus 10. So y equals what?
Negative 2.
And my final answer is?
4 comma negative 2. Miss Mick, I like doing this.
Good.
Same, but that
This
y
is-
equals
now, see,
x
here's the
minus
thing.
8
Monday's
should be
gonna
on
get
my
so
plot,
much
my graph
harder.
paper.
It's gonna be way more
What?
difficult.
Monday's gonna be so much harder.
Monday is not anything like this. This is to get us remembering solving equations. What we are doing Monday is a process that isn't any harder, but it is a process. There's lots of steps, and you have to stay
why are we-
focused. This is to remind us how functions work together, because we have to use that to go to the next step.
I'm taking.
So all next week we are doing one thing. Now I want everyone to listen to me. All next week we are doing one thing, and you are taking a quest on Friday.
I'll know one thing.
on the one thing,
How many questions will it be?
like 4 or 5.
40?
Okay.
Will it take us like a long
It is a process.
I'm scared.
Okay, so 9x minus 3y equals 9, and 3x minus y equals 3.
Do I have to put the brackets around it?
Yeah, the curly bracket on the one end, yes, because that shows you it's a system. So we have to use substitution because that's what it said. We can't multiply by -3 and eliminate. Okay? So we need to think about which equation and which variable we would like to solve for. I want everyone to make a decision before anybody
Bottom
shares. I would like everyone in their brain to make a decision before they share. Okay, has everyone made a decision?
Yes.
Okay, Carly, what would you like to do?
Bottom.
Why?
Because it looks easier.
What variable?
3. Oh, why?
Why? Okay. Kyson, which equation would you like to do?
Bottom.
Why?
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 Because it looks easier.
Why?
Because it looks easier.
Why?
It has so many numbers in it.
Doesn't have so many numbers in it?
What variable? Why?
Why? Why would you solve for y, guys? What's the coefficient? What's the coefficient on y?
1.
1. Okay, so I'm looking for 1 as a coefficient or the coefficient on a variable that goes into every other number, right? Because I'm going to have to divide by it. So if I solve this for y, how do I solve it for y?
Put the 3x over.
Well, I hope you'd put this here. I'd put that there and this here
Oh yeah, because you get rid of that negative.
because you get rid of the negative, yes?
Yeah.
I can still write the y on the side, can't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so y equals 3x minus 3. Okay. Now, could I have picked the the top one for y? Because is everything divisible here by 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't pick x because is everything divisible by 9? No, and I won't want to deal with 1/3, do you?
No.
No, not unless I have to. No way. Okay, so now what do I do with this? I substitute it into what?
No why?
Into that y. Not that y.
The other one.
The other one. You can't substitute it back into what you just took it out of, can you? Doesn't work. I have to substitute it in for that y. So 9x minus 3y, but what's y?
3x minus 3.
3x minus 3. This is actually called composition of functions, what we're doing right now. Big word for something you don't get named for about a semester. Equals 91.
9.
Just 9.
Oh. No, 91. Okay, then what?
Distribute.
Distribute.
Oh my god.
Lots of 9s.
What happens?
You just add them all in.
The 9x.
Add
just
like
comes
terms.
out.
Then it's just 18x.
Yeah. 18.
Wait, how'd you get?
It's
Never mind.
0 because you cancel out the
Yeah.
x's and then 9
I see that now.
equals 9.
Like, and if you subtracted that before, it would be 0 equals what?
0.
0. So can you guess how many solutions there are?
No solution.
9.
There's only
Oh wait, infinity.
Is that an I?
Infinitely many.
It says
I knew it. I
infinite.
knew you were gonna say it.
No, it doesn't. Okay, it's infinitely many solutions. Now we need to talk about why it's infinitely many solutions.
Because 0 will always equal 0.
Because- Okay, gentlemen, focus. 0 will always equal 0. Could I have written this back here at 9 equals 9? Will 9 always equal 9?
Yes.
Yes. It's infinitely many solutions. What if I get 0 equals 4?
That's just no solution.
That is just no solution. So I can stop here. I don't have to keep going. Now with what we're going to do next week, we'll keep going with a little bit of extra, but right now you're done. It's infinitely many solutions and we're done. Your allergies bothering you? You're like,
I told her she looked allergic.
she does look allergic. Okay, one more.
No.
No.
Wait. Knock it off. Shut up.
Do we need to do one more
No.
substitution?
No.
Okay, so your assignment, which was switched, and I'm saying it for the video, which was switched, the worksheet is on the calendar. You are only doing the odds. Now, if I need extra practice and I want to make sure I got this, would doing the few evens you have left might be a good idea?
No.
Yes.